Good morning. So, Bill Gates is not trying to do all those bad things that they are accusing him of. How dare people think such erroneous things about Bill Gates? And why are they making so many news stories about him wanting to block out the sun and chip people and all of that when it simply is not true, you all? Why? Why would they do something like that? Think about it. And I just want to say one thing right now. This Bill Gates, good morning, Michael. That Bill Gates right there drinking that water I don't even know if it's even the same Bill Gates. He's probably got a body double, a clone. Well, see, then I would be one of those that add to it that that's not him. I'm making erroneous claims. He's drinking sewage water. Why would he drink sewage water? Think about it. He is drinking water from the sewer. Why would you do that, Mr. Gates, to try to prove a point about the sewer systems? Would you? Good morning, everyone. If you're just tuning in, he's not who they make him up to be. He's not drinking delicious drinking water made of you know what. He's not doing that because does he look like the type of person that would even create such a mess like that, that would even do something like that? You all think about it. Good Grand Rising. Hello. No, absolutely not. Why would he even do that, you all? Surely he's not that type of individual that would do it. That is gross because I didn't even look at him drinking sewer water. It's not, it's what goes in a person that comes out of a person, and he is consuming sewer water, you all. Sewer water that he said was filtered, but that really isn't what I wanted to get on here and say. I want to flip it back, you all. I have stepped on so many big toes. I have, and I'm telling you what, I'm guilty of it the past few weeks. I am very guilty of it. Made some very not so nice things. Very unhappy with me. I admit it. I admit it. I have admitting it. Good morning. So why would they run things like this? Why billionaires are obsessed with blocking out the sun. You had George Soros interested, well, that's kind of new, in using geoengineering to address the climate. He isn't the first billionaire to do that. Why would Time magazine even throw that stuff out? And why would they accuse Mr. Gates of falsely accuse him of many villainous plans when he is not villainous? He was just only drinking sewer water. Surely that's not one of the, I don't know, attributes of a villainous person. Just because they drink sewer water, do we think that sewer is going to come out of everything he does and show up? He surely is not guilty. Why are they proclaiming him for depopulating the earth and pushing microchips? Mr. Gates has nothing to do with microchips or depopulation and or any other villainous things. Certainly not. He only drinks sewer water. Oh my goodness, you all. So I was thinking about the sun this morning. I really was thinking that sun is so hot. It really is. It's real hot. If you're just coming in here this morning, yeah, it's why does he want to block out that sun? I'm thinking, yeah. Well, he's been falsely accused. Just falsely accused, you all. They said it's a political fact. He's been falsely accused of so many heinous things and so many controversial things and all of that, you all. So if he blocks the sun out, what would happen without the sun? Really, what would happen? I think we'd freeze to death. We really would freeze to death. We would. But you know what I saw? I saw this video, and I'm gonna flip this phone around. I should have turned it landscape mode because but since I'm in upright position, I'm in upright mode. I'm gonna turn it like this. This was really wild. Look at this. The extreme weather right now, Mount Washington is living up to the reputation of having the worst weather in the world. Insane conditioners, negative 42 degrees Fahrenheit, wind chill negative 1 degrees, wind chill gusts 127 miles per hour. The summit can cam 230 to 200, okay, that's 240, Gina, not 240 miles. Watch this right here, you all. Had 4.2 million views. That's what happened at the summit cam. And remember, that sun is so hot. It's super, super hot. It was like, that was February the 3rd of 2023. It's like a cold snap. Cold snap. And it's like we have record lows, record colds, record storms, unpredictable weather, unpredictable coldness happening. We really do. But we can't have that. We can't have it getting really cold. We really can't, because we're supposed to be in, it's so hot outside. The sun is making it so hot. It's burning our skin. It really is burning our skin. You can't even sit out there for even a minute without feeling your skin feeling like it's going to peel. If you sit in it long a time, your skin's going to be on fire. But that's coming from the sun. That thing up there that people say is a sun simulator because that's what's up there. But we've got that right there. Polar vortexes, look at that, record. Arctic outbreak shatters records. Arctic outbreak. It is said every 20 to 30 years, something happens in the bottom of the oceans and stuff like that. And now you got these people making false claims that, a mini ice age is coming. How dare those scientists use models that are clearly flawed when they're trying to say that that's coming when it isn't, because we can feel the heat of that sun simulator up there burning our skin. We can really feel it, you all. So surely there's not a mini ice age that's coming. And just because the weather gets a little drastic and really cold and people lose power and all that, that is not an indication. And just because studies from like, I don't know, during the ice age that did occur, there was a severe drop in the carbon, boom, and it just plunged the people into the ice age, something like that. Gina, your data is all wrong. I know, just like all these other people's data. I'm just hyperbolating. That's all I'm doing, you all. I am hyperbolating, but if this dimming of the sun, these false claims saying that he's trying to block the sun, that would not create it, would it? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't create it. Let me see this. Let me look at this. Gina's going to have a short video this morning because they accused Mr. Gates of all kinds of bad things, super, super bad things that he surely never did. He never did it, you all. Look at this right here. I don't even know what this thing is. The big El Nino years. We are at 1950. I'm trying to look. Okay, so we got a bar graph. A dark red, a lighter red, a gray, a blue, and a blue. We got them. So what's been happening, you all? 1950. What's been happening right here? Well, I almost not got that in there. You are. That's 2020. Something is rising, and Gina, honey, just don't know. What I'm looking at is some kind of a anomaly, some kind of strange thing happening with this stuff going up like that because I don't know how to read graphs. Multi-decadal blocks of time, temperature trends and stuff. I don't even know what that means, you all. Gina, what are you talking about? I'm not talking about anything. I'm not. I'm just trying to say they label Bill Gates as a monster. A monster who drinks sewer. He's been caught drinking sewer water, of all things, really, of all things. And are we really getting colder, warmer, colder winters? Are the winters getting colder? Because it really feels like it's really hot when the sun beats on your skin and it'll burn your skin. We could be, it's all messed up, you all. No, I don't. Africa shows colder weather from 1570 to 1820, a 3,000 temperature construction based on varying rates of stalagmite in a cave in South Africa. South Africa, do we got South Africa in the house? Do we got anybody from South Africa in the house? Maybe, maybe not. If so, hello in South Africa. Gina, that's you, honey. That's you, Gina, honey. Gina, honey, what you doing this morning? I'll just getting on here. I put this thing on right here because it was really hot yesterday when I was outside spray washing the camper and the sun was beating down on me. It really was. I got a mini suntan. But then this morning, I wake up and it's a little cold. It's a little cooler. It's 60 degrees, which is nice and pleasant for this type of weather. But sometimes I just don't know in the mornings, just like you, what am I going to put on? Am I going to put on shorts, a short sleeve? Because sometimes I get up in the morning and if I had this on, I'd be suffocating. I would. I'd be suffocating. So is it right for them to accuse Mr. Gates of all that horrific things that he, just because he drinks sewer water doesn't mean that he's a monster from the sewers, right? From those tunnels or anything? Certainly not, you all. We got Rosie down there. She said, you know what? Can I just enjoy my life on earth in this lovely home? Yes, you can, Rosie, honey, because you're a little baby. You can lay there. You can take a bath. And that's her favorite toy right there. She'll drag it all around the house. She will, but that's Rosie. Good morning, Rosie. She acknowledges you, but she's kind of busy right now. You also, Mr. Gates. No, they don't need to be doing that about him, right? No. So, so what did I say? South Africa? Oh, yes, South Africa. Oh, no. Colder winters begin regularly freezing and canals in the Great Britain, Netherlands, northern France, both the Thames and London and Seine, Paris, frozen solid. The first of Thames frost was held in 1607-08, early European. Oh, reflecting its global scope, evidence of a little ice age appears in the southern hemisphere as well. So a cyclodome of ice, ice dome, an ice dome. Could you imagine living in an ice dome? That would be really, it really would. You got the Alps and stuff. So, an increase in global temperature since 19th century reflects the end of a little ice age, a global temperature trend, not rising, trims with ocean cycles of the Pacific Decadal Oscillation. Gina, honey, what are you talking about? Nothing. But it says that 20 to 30 years, ocean temperature cycles turn back to warm in the late 70s into the late 90s, which is primarily the reason the global temperatures warmed during the period. But that warming ended 15 years ago when the global temperatures have stopped increasing, if not actually cooled, even though the CO2 emissions have soared over the period. Well, all I know is when I go outside, my skin is burning. And sometimes the sky is white. Yeah. But I have heard the claim, which they do say is totally ridiculous, that could be entering in a mini ice age coming. I admit, Gina, honey, you gonna throw your hand up in the air and admit something? Yes, I am. If I go to a Goodwill store, I'll tell you what I've been doing, you all. If I go there, I go to the blanket section. I do. And let me do this. I will look for a thick blanket, a throw blanket. I've got this for like $5. I mean, this is a long time ago. I don't do it all at once. I don't. I got this the other day. I went when I dropped something off. These are like $4. It's kind of thick. But then I had got this one, several weeks ago. I thought, well, now I got a match. Oh, I have. If I see wool blankets, I would get into the Hello Applebrooks, honey. If I'd go there and if I found any wool blankets, I always got them. That was years ago. You don't see wool blankets anymore, but I do. If I see a real thick sleeping bag, which that is rare to see anything like that anymore, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to wash it. And I'm going to stick it up there in the attic in the extreme heat. I couldn't even, when it's really hot, if you've got an attic, you can't last 1 minute in there without feeling like you're going to have a heat stroke. Now, that would be global warming up there in that attic. Yeah, I would pass out. I would have a heat stroke. That was the one and only time that I felt like I was going to pass out. I thought I was going to build a cubby hole. You all, I'm talking about Mr. Gates. They're accusing him of things that he is not doing. Gina, honey, can you say that with a straight face? I'm not even going to attempt to say it with a straight face. We saw him drinking sewer water. We did. He was drinking sewer water. He was. Yucky sewer water, you all, Gina. He was not. Yes, he was. He was drinking sewer water. Look at all these bad things they got. He blocked out the sun. They got him looking like a devil with a horn on his head with green skin like a reptilian. Oh, another Simpson prediction. Why are they putting him in The Simpsons? I wanted to see him drinking that water because I was trying to get a really good image of him, since they like to accuse him of doing things that surely he does not do, you all. He don't do it. What is he doing there in the ocean? See, they pick on him all the time, and I don't think it's fair. What was you talking about, Gina? Talking about him being accused of things that is just not true. It's not. Yeah, when I first, it was several years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, I wanted to cut the wall, and I did, up there in the attic area, loft area. Cut a hole in between the 2x4s, which are like 16 inches apart or so. And I thought, I'm going to make put a floor down up there. I'm going to put a wall around it so it'd be a little storage area. When I first tried to do that, it must have been 100 and some odd degrees in there. I thought I was going to do it in the summertime. I lasted 1 minute. I felt I was going to pass out. My body got weak. I came down here and I sat in this chair and I thought, oh my gosh. I drank water. I leaned my chair back. I put a wash rag on my face. That was the one and only time I felt like I was going to have a heat stroke. So if you've ever had a heat stroke, when you say you had one, I think I know what it feels like when one's coming on. Yeah. Now, if it got like that outside, there's no way I could sit outside like that. But that sun, I think that sun up there would do more damage to my skin on my body itself than walking outside and feeling the heat like an oven. When I lived in Nevada, we did go outside. When I went outside, I felt like I was walking inside of an oven. You open the door, you go outside, it gets in the hundreds, and you feel like you're walking inside of an oven, and it's just like, but you didn't have the sun. That was in the 90s. I didn't have that sun beating down on my skin and doing that to my skin like it does now. Good morning, everyone. That's right, you all. We have palladium. Oh, you have cadmium sprayed. I thought you said palladium, palladians. You got some palladians in the house. We probably do have some people who are descendants of the Palladians in the house. That's right. Well, if I had to think of a Palladian, I'd rather think much more, I would think more highly of a Palladian than an outright reptilian tall gray being. There were some people saying the tall grays are not bad at all. None of the grays are bad. They're really peaceful people. You don't know what you're talking about, Gina. Okay, well, okay. I'm talking about Mr. Gates. He's been accused of hideous things that certainly he's not a, what I think I know what I had put in here, Gates monster. I typed in the word monster, and that's how it brought up the sewer water. Oh, no. Now they got a real monster. It looks kind of like a demon. This is Grand Theft Auto. I don't play Grand Theft Auto. I don't play those games. What are these things? Some more aliens. Look at that. Demons of the Gate. Hey, you see that thing right there? Someone told me they saw something like this. Demons of the Gate. Is that real? Oh, wow. I never seen nothing like that. That is yuck. It's Monster Legacies. You know what it kind of reminds me of? That Tremors. You know the Tremors? That old movie, The Tremors, they're going through the desert and they're coming up out of the ground to have these earthquakes. Now, see, now we could have the earthquakes, could be those great big things in the ground, great big things like that go up like that. Just like that. No, Mr. Gates is a monster. That's what they said. He was like a monster. And he's been falsely accused of a lot of things in his lifetime. According to these people, like he's not doing any of that. He's not doing any genetically modified things, no social engineering, and he's not blocking out the sun. See, this guy has said it. It is a fact that he's not doing it. He's not. Look at them. They're trying to say that we want our blue skies and stop your stuff like that, but truly, he's not the one who's doing it, you all. He's looking a little upset right there. And no, he's got a balloon. He don't want to do it. Wow, yeah, so that's, I'm done with that, you all. But we've been experiencing, there's some places that have experiences really extreme, unpredictable winters with the weather they have. It's unpredictable, and to top that up, we in an energy crisis, and we've got a lot of the coal plants that are shut down because they're too polluting, even though humans only contribute maybe 4% to whatever. So we got a great big strain on our power, our grids. Our infrastructure is failing, it's crumbling, and no one wants to put forth the effort to fix it. So they just like, and since we got so many substations down and some big stations down, they can't heat everybody's house, and they can't cool everybody's house when it's so hot outside. So you're going to have blackouts, just like South Africa. Look in Africa. They'll tell you all about these power share loading. They'll tell you all about it because that is an epidemic. It is a crisis beyond a crisis in Africa, what they have to go through because of that. And there is no excuse whatsoever to do that, but they happen. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm done running my mouth. And yeah, yes, you all. There's so much gossip about everything and so many false things out there about him. There really is. And the aliens aren't even real either. That's why I got in trouble too. There's nothing underground at all. It's all hyperbole. It's all make-believe. That's why I stepped on some big toes, and really big toes, and I got somebody's attention. I really got a lot of more than one somebody's attention. And they want to put something on my mouth, but it's not going to be electrical tape. They want to put something that would permanently do it to keep my mouth shut. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, Gina, honey. I won't. I will speak the truth. I will. That's right. I can do it, you all. But But it is cold outside, and I thought I can put this on because I'm not going out there in my shorts. I'm going to put my shorts on when I walk on the treadmill after this video. But yeah, you guys, it's really nice, and there's places that have, it's already warming up with the sun. Let me do this. There's places that do experience extreme cold, and if you were in Europe, where are you at? If you were in Europe, they already warned you'd have extreme cold winters, and because of that Russian thing, how the lines, undersea cables got cut, you couldn't get no whatever, and you freeze to death. All of that, you all. Let's look at the beauty from outside. Because if there was a mini ice age that happened all of a sudden, this all would be gone. And the ground would be solid as a rock. What you doing, Rosie, honey? Huh? What you doing, Rosie? You wanting to go outside. I know you are. You want to take off. She wants to take off. Is what Rosie wants to do. Okay, Rosie, you go to bed. Go on. You were meant to go to bed, Rosie. You just got a little bit excited. She did, you all. Stay in your open heart center. That's right. That's right, you all. Keep that vibration high, and don't buy into all that global cooling and stuff like that. And Mr. Gates is not that bad of an individual, although there's more than a handful that thinks he is, and then some, and that he's not working alone, that he has other individuals working with him. Right, Rosie, honey? Is that true, Rosie? Come on. What do you want to say, Rosie? What's Rosie, honey, want to say? Her wants to do something? You do, Rosie? She'll try to open that door. She's been trying to dig at the corner of the door to get out. Is what Rosie, honey's been trying to do. She's a good baby. And I'm going to go. I am. So with that being said, yeah, he was drinking sewer water to prove that there was nothing wrong with the water. Okay, it's all right. That's right. So, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Applebrooks, honey. Thank you all for... look at this, Jean. I'm very disappointed in you saying that about Mr. Gates. You have no idea what happened. Yeah. No, I don't check my messenger. If you're one of the people who sends lots of messages to big channels and stuff like that, and messenger and things, I don't get there. There might be 1 or 2 messages from people that I will answer, and that's people that I know that I will answer on there from. Same way with the Telegram and any other thing. That's right. So yeah, we got it. We got it going on. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I would encourage you, if you see warm blankets and stuff, I would get you some warm blankets and warm clothes. But though, where are you going to store it? Where are you going to store it, you all? That's right. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Love you.